MyPillow is once again raging against the machine, which means it's time for Pillow Talk.
God gave me this platform. I already know I'm going to win.
China did our vote. Biden and Harris would say, hey, we're here to protect the country, and resign.
Mike Lindell's a conspiracy.
But you haven't.
Just forget about the evidence. This was attacked.
MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell is at CPAC, and he believes that the world is at war with the machines and is somehow losing. Take a look.
And this is very important you hear me on this. Over 54 countries have now been taken by the machines or are getting taken by the machines. And you never get to go back. Venezuela, Australia, they're gone. You don't get to vote out the machines once they're there. Once they're there, you don't get your country back.
The machines, they're gone. They're gone. The machines, they've taken over, folks. They've taken over. Just like in Venezuela, you know, just like there.
In Venezuela.
They're taking over. This is the end. You're never going to get your country back. It's gone. It's gone. No. Insane. This guy's off the rails. Obviously, Australia's still there. It's not gone. Venezuela is still there. It's not gone. It's not been taken over by the machines. Okay? No, these people are insane. They're just absolutely nuts. And this guy's out here saying,
we're under attack.
No, we're not under attack by machines. And look, let me give you the details of why. So now he's talking about the voting machines, of course. He's not talking about Skynet. At least I don't think so. I guess I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But okay, assuming he's talking about the voting machines, right? Well, there's absolutely no evidence that the voting machines had flipped from Trump to Biden in the 2020 election. You know why? Because they had a chance to prove it and they didn't present any evidence. They didn't even make the argument. In one Pennsylvania federal case, for example, Giuliani started his opening saying that there was widespread nationwide voter fraud. However, under questioning from the judge, he's like, I didn't actually mean that. Oh, then what did you mean? Then what's this case about? And he told the judge, quote, this is not a fraud case. Then what is it? Then why are you out here wasting our time, Rudy? What are you doing? Now, there's more. In a separate state case in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, a judge had asked a Trump lawyer, Jonathan Goldstein, whether he was alleging election fraud, voter fraud. His response is, Your Honor, accusing people of fraud is a pretty big step. And it is rare that I call somebody a liar, and I am not calling the board of the DNC or anybody else involved in this a liar. Everyone is coming to this with good faith. Good faith. Yes, very, very good faith. Sure. Now, the judge had pressed Goldstein to answer a very specific question, which is, are you claiming that there is any fraud in connection with these 592 disputed ballots? To which Goldstein had replied, quote, to my knowledge, at present, no. So it's not about fraud. It wasn't about fraud at all. In Maricopa County, Trump campaign attorney Corey Langoffer told the judge, quote, we are not alleging fraud in this lawsuit. We are not alleging anyone stealing the election. Oh, weird. Huh? It seems like this whole thing is not even about fraud. What is it about then? No, it's about wasting time. Now, that same lawyer said, instead, the case concerned a limited number of cases of good faith errors in operating machines. Oh, the operating machines. Now, do errors happen? Of course they do. we're dealing with machinery. If it can go wrong, it probably will. We're dealing with Murphy's Law here when it comes to technology. And not just technology, but I guess anything else. That's not the same as fraud. There's nothing about fraud. And by the way, that same lawyer, Corey Langoffer, dropped that case. In Nevada, the Trump campaign filings questioned the use of a scanning machine to verify the signatures, okay, and whether observers had proper access to observe vote counting. But there was nothing about widespread fraud. So those are just some of the examples, and there were many. They had over 60 court cases, and it all played out the same way. Not alleging fraud because they didn't have any evidence to make those allegations. Why didn't they? Again, they knew they couldn't prove it, and because they had no evidence to prove this, they didn't present it because, well, they would get laughed out of court, or worse, because if they lied under oath, that would have serious repercussions in court. So now here's the thing, though. MyPillow's not in court. So MyPillow can go and make all of these grandiose, insane statements, as many as he wants, without any sort of repercussions. For the reason, of course, is making money. He wants to make money off people who have already bought into this insanity. And they, of course, buy into it because it makes them feel good. It makes them feel good because, oh, I didn't actually lose. It was stolen from me. I didn't actually lose because our ideas or our candidate was just terrible. No. We lost because it was them. It wasn't us. We didn't lose it. No, our ideas are fantastic. Everybody loves them. Except, of course, poll after poll shows that, no, they really don't. They actually like more progressive ideas. No, these people, they're just hanging on because they don't want to admit that they lost an election fair and square. And again, a lot of that comes from Trump himself, the people around him, and those who are also making money from this, like MyPillow.